Hello, LEGO fans, and welcome into a brand new episode of the Breck Hour Podcast. I am JJ, otherwise known as Langster Builds on Instagram,
I am Cameron, otherwise known as Cameron Studios.
and we have a fun one for you guys today. We are going to be talking all about the new summer sets that got revealed not too long ago,
Very
and
excited.
your hot takes that you submitted to us about those sets. We're going to respond to them as well as
hmm
bouncing some of
Some of
our own
our
hot
own
takes
hot takes.
off of each other.
And we both don't really know each other's. We got some ideas, but we don't
I know
fully
one of
know.
yours.
I mean, that's a given. I
You
mean,
told me, but
if you've
you don't
known
know any of
me,
mine.
if I didn't tell you, you would have known it already.
I would have
But
known it
it's gonna be a
immediately.
fun episode. I'm excited to hear yours and dive into the ones that we were sent.
Correct. The ones we were sent were pretty fun. But before we even
Mhm.
talk anything about that, Cam, what are we building?
What are we building? Well, in honor of May the 4th, I had to.
With
It's
the
Grogu.
with the Grogu crown? Love
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
It's so good.
So obviously, this is the episode after May the 4th weekend. So May 1st, I actually did two orders. I did an online order at midnight and I did
Mhm.
in store because I wanted two of these. One's for
Oh,
me,
you monster.
one's for me, and I'm holding on to one. I'm debating whether to bring it to the garage sale at the lug or hold on to it for Brick Universe or
I'm
for
not gonna
Brick
lie to
World.
you. I will buy it off of you.
You didn't get it?
No, I have one. I just want another one.
Okay. Um, two Millennium Falcons, no big deal. I'll try and sell one. I doubt I'll be able to, but we'll
Yeah,
find out.
everyone got one of those.
So for the online orders, going a little quick here, we got the Ahsoka Interceptor.
Good set.
I,
Well,
I,
overpriced, but cool
it's a,
looking
it's a
set.
little overpriced, but it got me my gift with purchase, so that's what I'm looking. I'm only buying Star Wars sets May the 4th weekend now.
Yeah,
Double points. I got Jedi Bob Starfighter.
I still gotta get that. I didn't get it this weekend. I still gotta get it.
I wanted my own Jedi Bob, and honestly, I like the special, especially with season two coming out. I'm imagining we're gonna see
Hmm.
it again.
Yeah, it'll probably pop up again. So will he.
Ugh. And then the last of the online order, the ARC 170.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to get but didn't get.
I mean, granted, I think of Order 66 with this, but I'm very excited to have this and add it to my collection. I think I'm gonna make this one hanging from the ceiling, actually.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Oh, and lastly, to get the actual gift with purchase because it was off by like $1,
You
got
gotta,
the 3PO keychain with
are
all
you
the
gonna pull its
printing.
head off?
I no, I don't
You
think I'm gonna pull the
should.
head off. I think we're just gonna take the arms and legs and put it onto the other figure.
Oh, that also works too, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a
Because
good point.
I don't know, I'm with your Batman that I did for you. I destroyed the cowl. I don't see myself not destroying 3PO's head.
C-3PO head on it then.
Eh. So now in-person order in line. This should come as no surprise to anybody at this point, especially after Brick Universe and our episode with Clicker.
Hmm.
I had to get the brick
Yes.
heads.
Luke Skywalker pilot.
Luke Skywalker pilot, as well as Revenge of the Sith anniversary.
You
Love
need to tell
these.
me, you gotta tell me how Grievous turns out once you get to building that.
I plan actually building it this week. Now that Brick Universe is over, I'm about to start diving
You get
into my backlog.
backlog.
First, I'm gonna just get all the brickheads out of the way because I want to organize the brickhead shelf. But
Yes.
finally, what I was most excited for, Chopper.
Ah, you got Chopper.
I am so excited to build him. He is one of my favorite characters just because he is a menace. He's a little trickster.
He's a
He's
menace.
he's amazing. He's a crime lord. He's everything. Not crime lord,
He's a war criminal.
war criminal, pretty much. I'm excited to build him and have him go right next to my R2 and BB-8. But that is what I have been, quote unquote, building. JJ, what are you building?
I also stayed up till midnight because I could not get to the Lego store that morning. So I got some very small stuff. First of all, I got the Millennium Falcon polybag. Whatever.
That looks familiar.
Yeah, right. I did not get anything that Cam got, kind of, but I did get this beautiful baby
I'm
right
not
here, the
surprised.
Jango Fett helmet. Have to, I had to, everybody knows I love the helmet
So it's got
sets.
to be going what? Above
Um,
the
wait, A B C D E F G H I J K. Yeah, so it's gonna go after Darth Vader, but before Iron Man?
JK,
No, sorry. It's
HIJ.
gonna go. It'll go after the Infinity Gauntlet, but before the Luke Skywalker pilot helmet.
Okay,
So I'm
we'll
gonna
be
have
able
to
to
do
see
some
it during
shuffling.
next episode, probably, because
You
you
will
were
be
going to
able to see
build it,
it.
I'm sure.
And I also picked up the Kylo Ren helmet. I love how this one, like, The more I look at this, the
Mhm.
more awesome I think it looks. And
So
that will also sit next to Django Fest. You'll be able
I
to see them
saw
both kind
that
of
in
up there.
store. It looked smaller than I was expecting. I love the printed
Interesting.
pieces on it.
Hmm.
It looked smaller, especially being next to Django. Django looked
Yeah.
as expected because we've had Mando, we've had
Well, I'm pretty sure the
Boba Fett.
Django one is just the Mandalorian, but it's color swapped,
Absolutely.
I think.
And then Kylo just looked a little smaller. I'm not sure if it's just because like the back of the helmet is like shorter than the front. It
Yeah.
looked smaller.
Yeah. And then to make sure I got I also got the Camino training facility. Um, I'm calling this the Clone Cadet Battle Pack. That's
It
basically what
is.
it
That's
is.
all it is.
And I really wanted to get that because I obviously love Clone Troopers.
Mhm.
In order to be able to get the threshold to get more Clone Troopers, I bought more Clone Troopers. So I got another of the Clone Trooper Battle Droid Battle Pack. I will probably try and snag a couple more of these now,
Mm.
just so I have some more Grunt clones
Yeah, of
because I might
course.
be up to something there.
Mm.
We'll have to wait and find out. But let's get into this week's topic.
Moving on.
This is one that Cam and I were very excited about, and there's a funny story behind it that we'll kind of talk about real quick. But you called me,
Yes.
you FaceTimed me,
So
and
all
you
the sets
want,
were being revealed.
yeah, like randomly one night.
All of them, like they're just coming left and right. And I'm like, I'm texting you each picture. We're in a Discord server, and then it's one after the other after the other. I'm like, all right,
Yep.
you just gotta fix. I saw one specific set, and I'm like, I texted you, JJ, FaceTime me now. And you did within seconds.
Yep.
And I'm like, go find Aaron.
Yeah, she needed to see that.
I needed her to see something. We'll get more into specifically what it was later. But after all that happened, we were started talking about it, and you came up with the idea of doing sort of like a hot takes episode, and that's
Yes.
how this one was born.
So the inspiration for this is kind of is the Rich Eisen podcast. If anyone's a sports fan, you might know Rich Eisen. He does a segment on his show every Monday called Overreaction Monday. And I figured, wouldn't it be fun if we looked at all of the new sets that got revealed and we came up with some hot takes that we thought that we like that we kind of we think about and we each react to each other's hot takes. But not only
Yes.
that, we put a Google form out to the audience and we let you guys send in hot takes you had so we could react to them. Now,
Mhm.
not all of them were based on the new sets that came
Which
out.
is fine.
We'll get to the ones based on the new sets first, and then we'll get to the ones that are not about them at the very end. So like we get to
Yeah.
the ones that are more
Because like
pertinent
there's
to the
actually some
video
pretty solid hot takes that weren't related to the new sets, and I'm
that were
like,
that
I
I want to
agree.
still answer. Yeah, they're still
Exactly.
pretty good. So would you like to start, Cam, with your first take? Because or yeah, well, let's have you start with your first take because I want to hear this one.
The one you already know.
We'll do that. We'll do that one. Yeah, let's start with that one because that one's
All
kind
right.
of right there.
Lego Marvel's back. Let's just get that out of the way. I think it's back. There are that don't get me wrong. There are some sets that are definitely overpriced, or there's one dud of a set.
Some,
There's one. Okay, let's just get it out of the way. Let's be honest. All Lego sets are seeming more and more expensive lately. Not just Marvel, not just Star Wars, like
yeah,
all Lego sets in
a lot
general.
of them are going
So
up in
like
value. We know
that's
why, but
an argument. That's a dead horse. Oh, sorry, Aaron.
it's all right.
You know, it's a dead horse at this point. Everyone's complaining about the price, so
Yeah,
beside the point. There's one set that definitely does suck. We can all agree on that. It's the Iron Man 2. I'm blanking on the name.
this set is so bad. The Hammer Drone set,
The
it's
hammer drone
so
sets.
bad. Now,
They're little wonky arms.
if you don't yet have that War Machine or the Mark 6, it's a great way to get them. It's only
Definitely.
$22 and you get some stupid little drones. Will I get it when it comes out? I'll wait for a discount because I have a fun idea of what I kind of something I want to do with it. So I think it'd be
Ooh.
kind of funny. But I don't think we're back. I think we're trending in the right direction. I think
Okay.
is a more I think your take is like flaming hot, but I think a more realistic one is we are trending in the right direction. I think the fact that this entire line is not just MCU vomit and they're just throwing up stuff that's done before at a half you know what at rate. Um, if we want to pull up some pictures, we can look at those really quick.
Yeah.
Or we could just like I think the new Quinjet is phenomenal.
Here,
I didn't
let's get
think,
into big screen mode for
yeah,
our
let's go to big
second
mode
here.
really quick. We could talk about some of this stuff. Um,
So yes, I think Lego Marvel's back. I know they've had some duds recently, but I mean, first off, the Iron Man versus Hammer drones.
Is
The
garbage.
arms suck. They're little wonky arms. I mean,
Dude, they're too big.
they're weight like they're top heavy. Their legs are too long, and then
Yep.
the top is too top heavy. If the arms were just a little longer,
Hmm.
it might have worked. But not to mention, we only have two of the military factions.
Yeah, we have Army and Navy. They did not include Air Force or Marines.
Like that
Um,
defeats the whole purpose of it. And like,
Spider-Man versus Oscorp, while a great looking build, and I'm very happy that we're
mhm,
getting a comic book style playset again. Mother of God, this is not $140.
it
No.
is absolutely
Big
overpriced.
fat no.
But I
No,
mean,
yes, it's
we are getting some amazing figs in here, which we can't see many in here.
I mean the newer style comic book Green Goblin, phenomenal. Eddie Brock, while it has a lot of reused parts, is still great. Craven's really cool that we're finally getting him, but
Hmm.
like, I mean, the
We can't even
Miles
say we're
Morales,
getting him at an affordable price because it's our second time getting
it's
Craven since the bridge battle.
and it's still wicked expensive.
Hmm.
Let's look at the Quinjet really quick. I don't want to spend too much time on the Marvel line because we're gonna answer some other stuff later,
Hmm.
but
Okay,
um
before that,
yeah,
this is
I was
why
about
we're
to say
back.
this is a
This is
highlight.
the main reason why we're back. I am so
This is a
excited, except
highlight.
why is Aunt May taking a joyride?
I I don't even care. This set is
The fact that
the brand new Doctor Octopus.
love it.
The build for the tentacles is the best we've ever gotten from Lego.
Hmm.
And the fact that they gave us the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit with battle damage.
You can
Like
see the rips, and he's got the meme face. Obviously, we're
they
gonna get that,
that's so funny. They
but
didn't have to do this,
no, they didn't.
but they did.
Hmm. I think they recognized the love that
That
fans
original
had
set
for the
got.
Sam Raimi sets,
Hmm.
as well as just Tobey Maguire coming back in No Way Home. It it's a gold mine essentially because like if they start doing older Marvel films or
Do
even
it.
just do Spider-Man 3 because that's when Lego lost a license. They did Spider-Man 1 and they did Spider-Man 2, but then they lost a license to Mega Bloks.
I would love to see a balloon battle set from Spider-Man 1.
Oh, that
Be
would be.
sweet.
I would love an
Um,
updated Willem Dafoe Green Goblin.
yeah, that would be sick. And then the last one I want to look at, if we can, really quickly before we go to other stuff. The Age of Ultron Quinjet. This is the
Amazing.
best Quinjet they've ever done.
Absolutely.
And I mean that. Like I thought the Shield one was like outstanding, and I'm like,
Mhm.
this is the best Quinjet. This one blows that. Like minifigure selection, okay.
I mean, good Hawkeye. I feel like we've already gotten this Black Widow a
Black
bunch.
Widow is not even remotely correct to the movie, so I'm like,
Nope.
throw that out.
Solid Iron Man.
I would have liked to see the Mark 45.
Agreed. Ultron. Great.
Ultron's fantastic.
Great Ultron.
I
Quicksilver.
wish he had the headpiece too. Like,
I I think this was the Ultron that was in most of the movie. The headpiece was the final battle.
no, this one is Ultimate Ultron.
Oh,
This one is the one from the final battle.
oh. They could have done the
Like,
helmet. And it's not even
I,
what's a hard piece, it's the Captain America helmet.
no, it's not. It's a different piece. I almost want to buy that piece now to put it on this and make like the perfect Ultron figure. Like, I feel like I have to do that at this point.
No, it's the Captain America helmet.
No, that's a different piece.
No, it's not.
The Captain America helmet is a different piece than that one that goes on Ultron. It's way different. I'll prove it to
Oh,
you
they're very
later, but
similar. Yeah, I mean, they're very similar. They could
this
have
is
done the Captain America helmet, honestly.
maybe. This is our first time getting Quicksilver in 100 gajillion years. We're getting Hawkeye again, which it's nice to see Hawkeye considering they don't really put him in like literally anything. But yeah, like I think Marvel's trending in the right direction. I wouldn't
Mhm.
say we're back just because the sets in the earlier part of the year were just straight garbage. And I'm
That's why
like,
I'm saying
yeah,
we're back
no.
now. We're back now. I mean,
I
obviously,
think
we've
we're
had
close.
some if sets.
Yeah, like the Endgame final battle.
Yeah, Methuselah. Yeah, I know.
You're gonna buy it one day. We already know it.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna get a discount. I'm gonna own every single Marvel sub. So my hot take is honestly, I think Lego Marvel's back. The first half of the year, we had some very questionable sets.
Mhm.
I'd say we're more than on our way back, but we're not back. We're somewhere in the middle
Correct.
there. We're more than on our way, but we're less than fully back. We're a very step in the right
I
direction.
think I think we're on the same wavelength now. My
Mhm.
first hot take.
Let's hear it.
The Minecraft Advent Calendar is the best Advent calendar coming out this year, by far. I'm getting this. I cannot wait to get my hands on it.
I say second.
No, the Star Wars one is not better.
I'm not saying Star Wars.
You're saying the Disney one's better.
No.
And the Friends one's better?
City.
See, the City one I think is just whatever because I don't really care. Like, it's just like, oh, it's
City's
a
got an
fun.
amazing new pieces. It's got a lot of cool looking characters and builds. Not to mention, we're getting like a polar bear. We're getting a Christmas tree, like a
True.
minifig
A
suit for a
minifigure.
Christmas tree.
Here's my thing. Minecraft, I think, benefits from this way more. And my reason for saying that is Minecraft, the game itself, has a lot
Mhm,
of smaller, very recognizable things that are like, first of all, there's three minifigures included. Three of the minifigures included in this are Steve in a Christmas sweater, Alex in a Christmas sweater, and a villager dressed like Santa Claus. That's awesome. That right there, you've sold me. Like that's
mhm,
hilarious. But the fact that there's a little crafting table and a TNT block and a creeper and like they're giving you like actual tangible like things from the video games
mhm.
that just make this so like it's a perfect advent calendar. You get desirable minifigures, it looks fantastic, there's a bunch of fun stuff. And like the Star Wars one, I saw that and I'm like, Babu Frick, and then I'm like, the rest of this I could care less.
I
It's
think we
there's
can both agree for Star Wars, it's a great droid pack, but
correct.
there's only
That's all
two
it is.
minifigures. There's two minifigures.
The two minifigures you get are the
3PO with red
Jawa
eyes,
3PO with red eyes and the Jawa
a
in
Christmas Jawa.
the Christmas Jawa. Now, the 3PO is episode 9 3PO when they wipe his memory. It's that version, which that I'm like, that to me felt lazy because that was just regular C3PO and they gave him the head from the Dark Falcon 3PO and threw it on there and called it a day. So I'm
Yep,
like, whatever. Um, Babu Frick, awesome.
love
The
it.
fact that they've paywalled him behind an advent calendar is ridiculous. But like the other minifigures, there's a battle droid,
That's not
there's a
even a
super
minifigure. They're
there's a battle
droids.
droid, there's a super battle droid, and there's Ahsoka's droid there's Ahsoka's astromech R7 is in it.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there going like the rest it's literally just the innard guts of a Jawa sandcrawler. That's all this
Pretty
is.
much.
So I'm
It's
kind of
it's
like
it's a battle pack
I'll
for the
still get it
Sandcrawler.
because I'll still get it
I'm
because
gonna
we
get it.
still because Aaron and I we each do an advent calendar. I don't have a Marvel one this year because they rightfully after last year's got rid of it. But I
They
think
I don't
but
know
I
what they
think
were
the
thinking.
Minecraft one, I think the Minecraft one is outstanding. What a way to
Mm.
start off with the line of advent calendars for Minecraft. Because I feel like they're going to do that one, and they have a limitless amount of stuff they could do with the Minecraft one for years. So yeah, that is my
Mm.
first take is the
That
Minecraft
that's a
one.
good take. I mean, I might not be as excited about because I never played Minecraft. I'm not interested in Minecraft. It does
Hmm.
have a lot of good minifigs. It has a lot of good builds. I can
Yes,
appreciate that.
correct.
And being the Marvel fan that I am, I will 100% say probably two out of their four calendars sucked.
The
They
Spider-Man
really
was
did.
awful.
Spider-Man was awful. There was an Avengers one that wasn't that good. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special was
That was
great.
perfect. Perfect.
And then there was another Avengers one that was good,
Yeah.
but
The first one was
the
with the
Spider-Man
Infinity
one,
Gauntlet on the Christmas tree was the best one they did.
exactly.
Easily.
But Spider-Man awful, just awful.
Yeah,
They don't deserve an
no.
advent calendar anymore after that performance. I agree with you on Star Wars. I'm still gonna get it because I need advent. I want. Last year I did three. I've never done
Hmm.
three. Now I'm probably just gonna do two because I don't want to do Frozen.
No.
But I'm actually gonna do City this year. One,
I was
it's a
just keep
cheaper
Frozen.
advent calendar. Plus, there's a lot of cool pieces in there. And then I'm gonna do Star Wars. So we both agree on Star Wars. I can see where you're coming from with Minecraft.
Hmm.
Plus, I think Lego got really lucky with the fact that the Minecraft movie
The
came out and
movie
it's
came
almost
out
made
and
a
is
billion
massive.
dollars already, if not
It's going
already.
to. It probably will. It's, if it hasn't, it will.
Mhm.
So yeah. All right. Your next take, my good sir.
I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for this one.
Yes, you are.
Methuselah, don't say it works. I just saw the video that Sakuga Builds released. So you can't say anything. Why is Dream still around? Dreams is still around when it shouldn't be. Like it's not. I mean, there are some cool looking sets and all. I mean, you got your Mad Max truck. Well, speaking of the
That
Mad
set's
Max truck,
awesome.
speaking of that, you locked my Earth Blue Spaceman helmet and air tank in that set.
Buy
I'm
it.
not paying $100 for it.
Buy it.
I'm not buying it.
You're
I'll get
proving
it
the
off
haters
path.
right. You're not gonna buy it.
I'm not gonna buy it. Why am I gonna buy a set that I don't want? Plus,
That is one of the best sets coming out this year. Dude, the paint truck, it's like a Mad Max truck that's been like pumped full of color, and I love the look of it. It looks so fun.
is that the one with Mateo with the Z Blob cape?
Yes.
I'll admit that minifigure looks good. I like the creativity. I want more Z Blob. I like Z Blob.
Yes.
The sets, eh.
So in all seriousness, to your point, I'm with you. To an extent,
Okay, okay, I'll
I
take it.
think we have dream sets coming out this year, the rest of this year in the summer. There are no Monkey Kid sets coming out the rest of this year.
Hmm.
And the rumors there is no Monkey Kid sets coming out next year and that the theme is pretty much done. I look at this and I go, if you have to keep one, I'm leaning towards you keep Monkey Kid.
Especially
I
because
think
it's we're past 3 years for Dreams, right?
no, I think we're like close-ish to it. But on the other hand, Monkey Kid's also been around longer than Dreams has been. So you can also make the argument of, yeah, phase it out and then
Mhm.
like, let it
Yeah.
let Dreams have its time in the shuttle, give it its full 3 years. So I I can see you're coming from.
Hmm.
From my perspective of you could have kept another really great theme
Hmm.
around and just let Dreams go because people are just not loving it as much anymore.
Hmm.
I can see it.
Okay.
However,
Mhm.
the Dream sets that are coming out in this wave, that truck is awesome. And we're going to talk about the sub later because somebody brought it up in the thing. The Shark sub is outstanding too. So I think you're like, I, I think it's a hot take. I don't think it's crazy.
They locked my helmet and air tank. I didn't
That,
realize that there was
that's
Earth
the
Blue
one thing
hands.
you're mad about.
I didn't realize there was Earth Blue hands, so I just added them to this guy. So all I need now is the helmet and the air tanks, and they're locked behind the set. With it being a Lego IP, I'm like 90% sure we're gonna get it on PAB.
Yeah, they'll put them on Pab
If
for sure. They'll
not,
have
I'll
to.
do what I did with the green helmet and the purple helmet and the air tank and just get it off BrickLink.
Yeah.
But I want my spaceman,
Yeah, you know
and
what?
I don't want to pay $100
It,
for it.
it's there. It's right there.
All right,
And
give us your
my
second hot
next
take.
my next hot take, and this one's a little juicy, I'm not gonna lie. City is just an excuse for Lego to bring back adventurers without actually bringing back adventurers. Stop putting Johnny Thunder in city sets and just bring adventurers back already. You keep doing these things where you're doing like Arctic Expedition, Jungle
Mhm.
Expedition. Just if you want to do stuff like if you want to do like an explorers theme, just make an explorers theme. I
Yeah.
get why it's in city because they can tie it back to like the city museum and blah 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 whatever. But
Mhm.
I also sit here and go, these don't feel like city sets to me. They don't.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense because I mean I fell for it. I bought
You
all
did
the
fall
jungle
for it. You
ones.
brought the set because Johnny Thunder was.
Well, I bought it because Johnny Thunder was in there for the jungle one, and I
Yeah,
wanted like the gorilla, I wanted the tiger, I wanted the red panda, and then I had to get the airplane one just so I could complete it.
correct.
And then I go and buy Johnny Thunder last week's episode.
Yeah, like I'm just kind of like I
It
get
makes a
it.
lot of
And
sense.
the bulldozer coming out, y'all already know what I'm doing with that. Like yes, batifying it. Like Bad Dozer is coming, don't you worry. But I'm just like, there's a couple
Hmm.
like the Arctic exploration
Hmm.
train is sweet.
It is.
Why is it a city set? Just
So
if you just making it just either just bring adventurers back and just take all these builds and put them under that, or just make an explorers line and just do it that way. Because I think if you just make a like Lego Explorers and you just do like that, that's genius. And you can save those slots for other city stuff instead of that.
I think, well, to add on to your hot take, I agree with it 100%.
Hmm.
I feel like it's part of a broader take in the sense that Lego's been doing the whole nostalgia bit for a few years now by doing small pieces in sets.
Yes,
Like we had the
correct.
roller coaster with the Exoforce guy. We've been
Hmm.
getting castle factions in different sets. We had the Space Baby in the CMF. Like we're getting all sorts of little nostalgia
Hmm.
factors in the CMFs.
Correct.
Lego wants to bring back those sets, but they don't want to
Without
risk it failing.
correct.
And I feel like they're doing a small taste.
They're trying to protect their IP.
Exactly. And like they are wasting city slots. I mean, now I get it, and I don't at the same time like they were beloved themes back then. They could be
Mhm.
beloved themes now. Like there's the hunger for it.
Yeah,
There
there
are
is.
adult fans coming in who are doing their own research. Like even in the Lego alone, we're seeing new Lego fans who want the older sets because of the characters, because of the story.
Correct.
Yes, they can buy the city sets, but it's not the same. It's a city set. There's no
Yes.
story behind it.
Thank you.
So it makes perfect sense what you're saying, but it's also on a broader spectrum with like the Galaxy Explorer and like we got a Blacktron set. Why can't we get an Explorer set? Like
Yeah.
do icons. Going back to
I
our
mean, it's
episode.
also clear that these city sets that are based around Arctic jungle, deep sea, like the space sub theme, they're popular. They're work. The people like them.
Yes.
Just spin them off into their own theme already. Stop putting them under city. Like
I don't know if it's just a
that's my
budget
take.
thing or what, but I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Like this is the hot take that you and me are 100% on.
Yeah, I think so. Your final take now
My
before I get to
final
mine.
take, you kind of hinted at it earlier, is the lack of Monkey Kid sets. I did not buy them, but I Lego shot themselves in the foot by
Not releasing them in
limiting.
retail stores.
Exactly. They limited
Yeah.
themselves with only doing it online in the US and in European markets to make them on the shelves. Like they really limited themselves. And they wonder why it didn't sell because there wasn't much access. You couldn't walk into a store, see the amazing set on the shelf, grab it and take it home. You can only see it online.
Well,
It's
and
it's it's, it's a missed opportunity.
not only that, the show was like impossible to find. Like
Exactly.
that was something that Methuselah and Daniela from Sakuga Builds talked about. Like the show was impossible to find
Exactly.
outside of Asian markets. So it's like, how is anyone supposed to get invested in your theme when you can't enjoy the media that's attached to it?
And if Lego says the theme was a failure, it's because they
They
made
did
it a
it
failure.
themselves.
It's like they wasted their time with the theme. Like I would have rather they never did Monkey Kid at all
Hmm.
than I don't know, half-assed
Instead of that worth $5. $5.
the theme
Yeah,
itself because there was some great worth Elmo, worth it. There was
totally.
some great builds in there. It was a great concept,
Mhm.
but you could barely appreciate it because you couldn't see it in stores. You only saw it online. And even then, I feel like Lego never really put the spotlight on it like it deserved.
Yeah, I think you're totally. I think you hit it on the nails there. My final take before we get into the audience takes,
Mm.
and this is one that I'm very curious to see your thoughts on.
Uh-oh.
Star Wars should stick to releasing one buildable character per year. There are too many out at the same time, and they are oversaturating the market and take slots away from other sets.
Buildable characters as in like
So,
R2D2,
so
Chewbacca, BB-8.
let's look at this right now.
Okay.
On shelves currently, we now have buildable C-3PO,
Yes.
buildable R2D2,
Yes.
and the Droidica. Recently released was buildable Chopper,
Yep.
and later this year we are getting a buildable battle droid on a scout staff, and we're getting K2SO. Why are there six buildable characters out at the same time? You are
And
blowing your load
mm,
in a span of a year.
yeah.
Like, I would have much rather, like, and also let's not forget when the smaller buildable R2D2 came out, the big one was still out. So you cannibalize the sales of the big one by putting the little one out. And the little one was almost a better deal because you got Darth Bane and everybody wanted to get Darth Bane. So I sit there and I just look at this and I go, just stick to like either one a year or one per half of the year. Like if you did Chopper at the beginning of this year and you did K2SO at the end of the year, I'm fine with this.
Mm,
But the fact that we also got a bunch of other stuff, like we got the droid, we got the battle droid, and we got C3PO not even a year ago, and there's a bunch of and there's the rumor there's a buildable Ewok coming too, and I'm like, can we not for 5 minutes? I understand you need to fill the slots for the 18 plus theme. Go back to the diorama sets because I loved those. I like, dude, I got the Dagobah one for Christmas a
mhm,
couple of years ago, and it was like my favorite gift that year because it's such a richly detailed build and it was a perfect scene. They did, and the problem with it was they just did scenes that weren't iconic enough to
mhm,
warrant them. So like the pod racer scene was, well, that's fine,
mm.
but like like the Death Star final duel from Return of the Jedi.
That was solid.
Fantastic pick for a thing. But then like like
Trash
the trash
compactor.
compactor, like trash compactor I liked that because the only way you could get the trash compactor from before was in the big Death Stars.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you phase them out
Mhm.
and you bring the Starship series in, which I think the Starship series does have merit. But I also just think if you want to do more 18 plus sets, just go back to the dioramas. There's so many icon. Like, could you have imagined if they had taken away like the buildable battle droid for this year, and they had instead done an 18 plus diorama set of the final battle from Revenge of the Sith, where it's Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting on
Like a
Mustafar.
proper Battle of Mustafar, yeah.
And if you go like, could you imagine doing that and putting a little printed tile that says "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground."
Yeah.
That set sells out in 5 seconds
I mean,
just because of that piece.
so I agree there's too many buildable characters. Um, the battle droid with the what's the
The
thing that he
staff,
rides?
the staff.
The staff. I feel like that's slightly different. That it comes off to me as like a UCS set for some reason. But granted, like they all get the plaques, don't they?
Yeah, they all get plaques. They're all just buildable droids.
I
Like,
see what you
I
mean.
don't like the fact that there's a million of them out at the same time. Like,
I
stop
agree
doing
with
that.
you on that. I mean, in some cases, it made sense. Like, I don't know why they released the mini R2D2 one when the big one was on shelves. That was annoying. But then when
Yes,
3PO
it
came
was.
out, it made sense.
Correct.
Now, which would you have preferred? Would R2D2 and then 6 months later 3PO, or a 3PO R2D2 more expensive?
I would have rather you not release C3PO, let R2D2, let the little R2D2 retire, and then release them both at the same time in a
As one
combined.
set, or
I don't even care if it's like 250, $300. To me, that's worth it. Because you're banking on people have the little R2, and now
Mhm.
C3PO comes out and he's scaled perfectly with them.
That's what sucks. So, like
You know what I
I
mean?
saw
Like, I
that they were
hate
scaled
that.
together, like R2 and 3PO. I'm like, they'll look great together. And then the fact that Chewbacca, the creepy Chewbacca, who I wish I grabbed now because
Mhm.
of
The fact that he's going to be in the.
the fact he's in season 2 of
Why
Rebuild the
is he in that?
Galaxy. I don't know.
Why?
But he's in scale with R2 and 3PO. I feel like
Yeah.
all of these droids are going to be in scale with each other, which is great. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's great.
But you said it best, like they're releasing too many. No one's gonna.
No one cares. I
Star
don't care.
Wars is trying to be too many themes at once. It's trying to be a playset theme. It's trying to be an 18 plus theme. It's trying to be a UCS. It's being too much.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I only grabbed Chopper. Like I didn't get the R2, I didn't get 3PO, I didn't get Chewbacca. I'm not gonna get KS30. Like I'm not gonna get any of those. I got Chopper because
Yeah.
he's my favorite character.
K2SO. Yeah. No.
And I have the second big R2D2
Yeah.
and
Like, you're
BB-8. Like
good.
I don't need the other ones. So
So,
I
yeah.
get what you're saying. They're wasting time. Let's
Correct.
move on to the submitted hot takes.
Yes. I'm going to read the first one if you're okay with that because
Yeah.
I like this one. So, this one is from Chuck, otherwise known as Silvalaire, a previous guest. And Chuck says he is most excited about the Horse 3-in-1 so far, which is surprising for him being he's a big Castle and Star Wars guy. He thinks the new Castle 3-in-1 is good, but he thinks that the two tower bridge alternate build is better than the main castle. I am with him on this.
Yeah.
I think this take is dead on. I am like I have the original like the original the last 3-in-1 castle. I don't have it together anymore. I kind of ended up
Mhm.
scrapping it for pieces. Not gonna lie, I literally got it just so I could get the Bionicle gift with purchase when it came out because you had to get a creator set for it. Um, I think the Horse 3-in-1 is absolutely outstanding. As you will see from somebody else's comment later, but
Do you
I
want
think
me
it's great.
to share big screen mode real quick, or are we just gonna talk
Let's
about
just
it?
talk now.
All right.
I think it's easier that way. We don't want to go back and forth. Well, yeah, what do you think about this?
So look, I'm not gonna get it personally just because I don't have the space for it, but like the castle looks good, but honestly the
Mhm.
two towers looks pretty solid as well,
It
and
does.
the little village looks pretty good too. I mean,
But I think
I'm
he's
not a
right. I think
fan.
the alternate builds are better than the main castle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the buildable horses. I mean, I get
Yeah, but they don't
why
put molded animals in those sets,
they
though.
don't. Well, see, you say that, but then there's the unicorn castle that has molded horses. It's
So
a 3-in-1.
let's move into that one then. I'll rate it on that one. So Aiden or Zard Bricks says the Unicorn Castle is the best set of all the reveals. That is a flaming hot take.
Yes.
I think it's really, well, you know what? Actually, let's bring that up and show a picture of it because we should show that one. Um, Now I'm gonna go back on my word and say we could do big mode. Um, I think the Unicorn Castle is actually really fun. I think this is a great little set
Now,
here.
granted, these are small horses, but still, it's molded horses.
Yeah, but they act as minifigures though. I
Mhm.
think this is a really good set. I'm not gonna get it. This is
No.
not I'm not the target audience, but
Well,
wow, was
you don't
this
want to
really
Batmanify
fun?
this?
It'd be just black. Like, what do you
I
mean?
mean, it's got a nice little ship, and then it's
Yeah,
got the stable, I guess.
I think the castle and the ship look way better than whatever that
This was
weird
like the
building
last
is.
thought one.
Yeah, that was what could we do with these parts?
Hmm.
I think this is I don't think this is the best set revealed,
No,
but I think it's a strong contender.
absolutely.
All right, would you like to read the next one?
Yeah. So we also have. Oh no, I should probably say this one. The Dreams Shark sub will end up being one of the best sets of the year.
That is from who said that one? That is from Austin. Let's pull that picture up so because you don't think you've seen this set yet, have you? The Dream Shark.
I read this and I didn't know what he was talking about. So like right now, this is gonna be a live reaction to me
Of
seeing
you
it.
seeing the Dream Shark for the first time.
Where is Dreams? Oh, it's probably Lego
Minecraft
Dreams.
Advent Calendar. There it is.
Let's see what this.
Um, right there, the Nightmare Shark Submarine. Dude, you cannot say this is I'm with this guy. 1000%. This will be one of the this will be on my list for probably for one of the best sets of the year. I guarantee
Are
it.
you gonna buy it?
No. You know what though? If I had the money, I probably would. Just because it looks that cool.
Okay. So I'm definitely getting flashbacks to the first Shark Pirate ship set that Dreams
Yeah.
did.
I think this is
It
cooler
looks
looking than
cool.
that.
I'm liking the use of like the trans pink purple.
Hmm.
I like the gladiator helmet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are sweet pieces.
It's a good looking set. I don't know if it's just the not Dreams hater, Dreams realist. I'm still getting it's overstayed its welcome. I mean, it's a good looking set. Is that 5-in-1 it said? Oh
It's
no,
a
it's five
it's
eight.
a hammerhead shark rebuild. I have not seen. Oh my God, that's amazing too.
All right then.
Did that just sell you on that set? This is the hammerhead shark.
It's a good looking set. I'm not going to dispute that.
Hmm.
Is it going to be the top sets of the year? No. For me, no. Is that supposed to be phone on his face?
What do you mean? I don't know what that's supposed to
I
be.
don't
I
know.
can't really
I
tell.
mean, cool looking figs. Uh, it's a good looking set, don't get me wrong,
Correct.
but like best set of the year of the reveals, I think there's other sets better. I'll
Yeah,
put it that way. It's a good
that's fair.
set. It's a good looking set. $150. It's not horrible
How many
actually.
pieces?
We have
That's actually pretty good.
yeah, that's not
14, 13
horrible.
is actually not bad.
That's actually pretty accurate. I mean, that's what you get for a Lego IP.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, it's a
Um,
solid set, but I wouldn't say it's the best.
Correct. I want to clump the next two together because they're from the same person and they're kind of relating to the same theme.
Okay.
So these next two are both from Pink Ice. Cam, you're a good buddy.
Yeah.
Um, and the first one he said is the hate towards minifig part reuses on some of the superhero sets is way overblown. The Quicksilver minifig, for instance, is not that bad. People want every last character to be covered in brand new prints, and that's neither realistic or necessary. Yes, I am.
Yes.
This is not a hot take. I
Mhm.
agree with you.
No, I agree with 100%. The only thing I will say about Quicksilver, I wish they didn't use Bucky's face because I didn't like Bucky's face to begin with because
Yeah,
it's too friendly looking.
I think the hair they picked for him
Not bad.
is fine.
It's pretty accurate to be
It's
honest.
it's fine. It's nothing to write home about, but
Torso's
like
pretty good.
Torso's great. He doesn't need leg print. He just wears black like
Exactly.
athletic pants. Like I don't care.
And like I agree 100% with what Pink Ice said of like the overhate for thinking that every single fig needs a special print.
They
Like
don't.
one, Lego's a business.
Mhm.
If I'm a company and I am able to reuse a piece because it works still, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna save me money. If
Yeah,
I do a
yeah,
new print for every single set, if Lego fans think sets are expensive now,
yeah. I imagine
try
that.
doing a special print, special hair, like special everything in every single figure and every single set. You're not gonna get a set below $50 anymore.
No, you're not. And now on the flip side, I will say I think the fact that we have an accurate Age of Ultron Black Widow on shelves and they're releasing new Age of Ultron sets with an inaccurate Black Widow still baffles me.
That's
Like
confusing.
if you reuse the good figure, you're fine.
Hmm.
The fact that you're reusing Avengers 1 Black Widow and Avengers 2 sets makes no sense to me.
Hmm.
That's where I start being like, what are you doing?
Hmm.
Um,
And to
I
top
will
it off for Pink Ice, his other hot take was the Iron Patriot Endgame set is great. A little overpriced, sure, but as a Lego set, it's genuinely good.
let's
Again,
take a look at this one.
yeah, I 100% agree.
I think he's right.
All right, let's get back to Marvel.
I think the thing people complain the most about with this set is one, it's overpriced, and B, why is the Iron Patriot Mark II a mech? Let's put it this way. The Iron Patriot Mark II in Endgame is a
It's a
big chunky
big
build.
piece. Yes,
It's like
100%.
halfway between an Iron Man suit and a Hulkbuster. So
Hmm.
like for me, I actually like this set.
It works because I can see the movie because the legs are about the same size as the usual mech, but like the top part, it's beefy. And like I remember from the movie when it first appeared after Hulk released him, he
Yep.
was beefy up top. I'm remembering the action figure from Marvel Legends.
Yep.
It was beefy. And like I'm loving that we're getting a small little portal, kind of
Hmm.
cool. And then I'm loving, I don't know what the name of this creature is.
It's like the Chitauri Gorilla.
It looks perfect.
Looks cool. And
It's
you know what?
perfect.
And here's the other thing. It's what, $55? And people
Um,
are complaining there's not enough special minifigures.
55 for 357 pieces. I
This is
mean,
based this is like first of all, you get Iron Patriot Mark II.
mhm.
Never gotten it before. And you get the mech bow, which is sweet. We're getting an accurate endgame Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
Awesome. We're getting Thor. I don't love the build of it for Stormbreaker. I think the back end looks kind of crappy.
I mean, I get it. I again, my biggest peeve with the Stormbreaker, it's supposed to be long.
Yeah, it's got to
It's
be
always
longer.
been short. But
Now,
the Gorilla's great, and like honestly,
for Chitauri figures, I'm cool with that. Like, this is a great
it's
army builder set. If you like,
I would army build it and sell Iron Patriot and Rocket and Thor. I would buy two of them.
that's a hot take right there. I think like
If the price, you know
if
what?
you
If it was discounted, I would buy a second one, honestly.
I want to get this at some point.
Really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
this set I actually think looks good. Like I love War Machine. He's one of my favorite characters. It breaks my heart that they put the Iron Patriot Mark One in that god awful garbage Hall of Armor set from earlier this year. But this to me is not now. What's the piece count for this is the problem.
357.
Like that's
But
not good.
granted, you're getting
But you get
you're getting
you
7 minifigures.
7 minifigures. That's not bad.
It's
And you're
not.
getting two new builds. So like, will I get this day one? No. Will I wait for a discount? Absolutely. Like I think this is definitely. I don't think his take is. I think
No,
as a his point is overpriced, sure, but as a Lego set, it is genuinely good.
it is. You
Correct. I
get
agree
you
with
get
you
a
on that.
hero, you get a villain, you get a little bit of army building, honestly. You get a nice little side build to represent because like I don't know if I'll ever do this, but like all these endgame final battle sets, you kind of have to put them all together to truly appreciate them because I think that's the goal of it. It's
I'm
reminding
also
me of Harry Potter with like all the Hogwarts sets, how you combine for like a giant castle.
yes.
I think you can do a giant battle, like they're all connected in one shape or form.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Next two takes I'm putting together because they're from Methuselah,
Oh boy, here we go.
from Sakuga Builds. And he is two that I'm kind of lumping together into the same one because I think they work together. His first one is that Lego Marvel is on a downward spiral. And his second one that I think works pretty well for this is that Marvel 2025 will be weak overall without a modular building. I think he's onto something with the second one there. I think the first one is a flaming hot take. I think Marvel
Mhm.
rebounded pretty well latter half of
Yeah,
the year. I
had
think
these sets not been revealed, I would be more inclined to agree with them being on a downward
correct.
spiral. I mean, we talked about it earlier. I think we
Going in
agree
the right
that
direction.
they're not fully back, but they're more than the middle of the pack of coming
They're
back.
going in the right direction.
Yes.
I want to look more at this modular building point
Mm,
because we know for a fact that so for those that don't know, the superheroes umbrella at Lego, it's not divided into
mm-mm.
Marvel and DC. The
Nope.
superheroes theme gets its own budget. Marvel obviously dominates this because it's the big IP superhero wise right now. You don't do your fist pump with that garbage endgame final battle out right now. I wouldn't be
Oh
fist
my
pumping that at all.
God, here we go. Well,
Um,
moving on.
anyways,
So
like this year, the big modular building is rumored to be Arkham Asylum. We are getting, yes, that is a fist bump. I'll give you that.
both are fist bumps.
The Oscorp Tower playset is cool.
It
The
is
idea of it is
overpriced, but that's beside the
thank
point.
you God. Please give us more of this.
Mhm.
Do I think it needed to be a modular building? I don't know.
So
I don't know.
here's my take on this. Right now, we have four Lego Marvel modulars on shelves right now with
Is
Daily
the Sanctum
Bugle.
still out or is it retired?
I think Sanctum's still out.
Okay. If it's
If
not,
it's
it's probably
not,
close to being
Sanctum
retired.
would be the one to retire first. But
Yeah, it'll go first.
it'll go
What
first.
was the
But
bugle?
so we have Sanctum Sanctorum, the Bugle, Avengers Tower, and X Mansion.
Hmm.
Avengers Tower and Sukuga, you said this, one of the best sets of all time.
Correct. It is. I think he's right. It is
Yes,
beautiful.
I love it. Daily Bugle, amazing.
Hmm.
Easily top five Marvel sets of all time. Because not only was it great fig selection, a great build, there's just so much to it. And like it could be the home base for all of your Spider-Man figures, which you are a perfect example of. X Mansion, great base for all your X-Men figures. Could it have been a third floor? Yes. And then you have the Sanctum Sanctorum. An amazing all-around building, honestly.
Hmm.
Great nods to both Infinity War and Doctor Strange 2. All four are very solid modulars.
Hmm.
I don't think Lego wanted to oversaturate, like similar to your point with the droids.
Hmm.
Don't oversaturate it because then you're just going to cannibalize on yourself. I believe three out of the four are still selling well. I think Sanctum Sanctorum ran its course.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
I
I think the Sanctum's
believe
done.
it's retired. I don't know if it's not retired already. It's
It's
retiring
gonna
by the end of
retire.
2025.
Yeah.
Bugle's still selling, I think. Avengers Tower is going to be around for a while.
And the
And then
X-Mansion just came out.
exactly. So I don't think you needed another modular for this year.
I also I think a lot of people have been saying, what about the Baxter building? You could have done that.
I
I
think they're waiting for the
think
movie.
yeah, I think they're waiting to make sure that the Fantastic Four movie, because they're waiting for the Fantastic Four to get reestablished in
Yes.
public domain because the Fantastic Four used to be huge,
Hmm.
and then the Marvel Comics and Marvel Entertainment attempted to bury the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
They basically wrote them out of the comics because
Yeah.
they
Because
wanted
they
the
didn't own the
Fox
rights.
movies to bomb.
Yes.
They wanted them the rights to come back. And then
Hmm.
once they bought Fox, the Fantastic Four came back in the comic books again.
Hmm.
So I'm sitting there and I go, I think they're waiting. I think post Doomsday, we're gonna get a Baxter building modular
Hmm.
building. I also think doing Arkham Asylum, if that ends up being true and that ends up being the lock for this year for the superheroes
Great
modular
move.
building, it's perfect because it's a
Great
good
move.
bridge. You're
It's a
not
good
doing more
bridge
Marvel
between. Yeah,
because
exactly.
you're giving the Marvel diehards a break and you're giving the DC fans a bone. So like,
I
uh,
mean, don't get me wrong, love them all. I haven't
yeah,
built X Mansion yet because I don't have the space. I can't even imagine getting another Marvel modular building.
yeah.
So I understand where Sakuga and Methuselah specifically is coming from,
Mhm.
but I think it would have oversaturated the market, and one of them would have suffered more than they should have. I
I
do
also
think it's
don't.
already on its way out, so let it finish out its course, and then you get a new one.
I also think, and to be brutally honest, I think Marvel on the whole this year would still have not been in great shape even with a modular building, because of the slop they put out earlier this year. I think they literally saved the gold for the end of the year.
They did. They
Like
definitely
dead
did.
serious.
I
And we
mean,
haven't even gotten the
we might get sets after August.
and this isn't even counting the fact that the Fantastic Four set hasn't even officially been revealed yet. We've seen it because some people on Target bought it.
I
So
can't
it's
believe
like,
that. I'm so
oh my
jealous.
God, I can't wait to get my hands on
I
that.
don't want to talk more about it because I don't want to get any trouble with leaks or anything. But
Ah,
no,
we'll be
like
fine.
Sakuga, I get where you're coming from. It wasn't needed.
Correct. It
And
wasn't
I feel
needed.
like Marvel, I mean, me and JJ differ opinions on this. I think Marvel isn't as bad this year as many people say.
Mm-mm.
I feel like
No.
people are surrounding it with the price aspect, but I feel like that's with all Lego, not just Marvel.
I'm not even saying the price. I'm saying the build quality the first part of the year was atrocious. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, that's fair. All
All
right.
right, you go next.
Let's see. Let's pick a fun one.
Let's try to knock the ones that are still related to the sets
Yeah.
out, and then we'll go to the off-topic ones afterwards.
Okay. Can I finish my story?
Yes, finish your story, please.
So, quick recap. I told JJ I need to zoom because I saw a set got revealed and I'm like, Aaron needs to see this. She will
hmm
lose her mind. So you zoom me right away. And I send the pictures to Aaron. What did she say?
She just started swearing.
Pretty much how horrible of a set it is, which leads us to our next hot take
Pull the picture up, please. Pull up the set
of the horse. Oh, okay.
of the set.
All
Yeah,
right.
of the horse, the 3-in-1 horse.
Oh boy.
So her hot take.
I will read it in just a second. Let me
I will let you read
share
it the
screen.
minute you get the screen shared and pull it up. Is it working?
It's
There we
loading.
go. There we go.
So, in Aaron's words exactly, even though it's not Aaron, it's you know who.
Yeah.
Could be Voldemort for all we know.
Could be Voldemort.
In all caps, mind you, horses don't have straight legs.
So she was actually infuriated over so she liked the structure
Hmm. The head.
of the head and the shoulder area.
Hmm.
She absolutely hated how they built the hind legs and like the back and kind of the front legs a little bit. And she
I
also hated the
cannot
tail.
tell you how excited I was to show Aaron this set. Like
And then she crapped
I'm
all over
texting
it.
it to her and I'm waiting for a big, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I'm excited because I get to show Erin a cool horse set, knowing that her love of horses. And then she starts cursing at him, like, what? What?
Now, in her defense,
Yes, the
she
back legs, it's not
studied
accurate.
horse.
Yes.
She literally is a vet tech, so like she sees this and she's like, this is not at all anatomically correct. The legs are just, and I will agree with her
Yes, I
because
agree with her.
she has a horse. Like I go visit in LA a bunch. Um, the back legs
I mean,
do
that
not
just
look.
looks wrong.
They don't look right. I get why they did that so they could have it so it could rear up, but she's
Mhm.
also just. But she also made the joke of if a horse reared up to that extent, it would fall backwards and die. So she's got to just like know
She
to everything about this.
she's fact checking this set. But
Totally, totally.
so yes, horses don't have straight legs. We can agree on that. But speaking of this set, the bear,
You love the bear.
the bear is amazing.
You do love the
The
bear.
deer looks too much like the antelope from the giraffe set.
It
Or
honestly
no,
kind
yeah,
of
the giraffe
does.
set. But the
The
bear
bear is
looks
cool.
amazing. So that is another hot take. Thank
Correct.
you. You know who, Aaron.
Yes. I want to read this next one because this is one I'm excited about. This is from definitely from Scott. I'm not reading the actual name he book because
Please
it's out
don't.
of pocket. The Ninjago Mech and Dragon, Guardian Dragon. Wow. Would definitely build both and keep them on display. Love the new Arctic Train too. Just wish it didn't have power functions so the cost was less. I will give you that. If there was
Yes.
no power functions, it would be a lot less. But
Mhm.
also we'd all be probably complaining where are the power functions for this.
You can't win.
Your take on the Ninjago Fire Knight mech and the Guardian Dragon are out of this world, dead on point.
Mhm.
I want to talk about really quickly the Fire Knight mech. They literally took the skeleton for Cole's Titan Dragon mech and just gave it a fresh coat of paint
Yeah.
and gave it some new armor plating. And oh my God, the cape looks so good. Like, I'm in. Lego, you got me with the Cole's Titan mech, and I still have to get the Source Dragon in motion because that thing looks wicked cool. But this Fire Knight, the box art for it is just beautiful. Like, mother of God, like you
Mhm.
could not have done any better with this. I love it. If we can pull it up for a second so I can just drool about it for a minute, that'd be great. But like, dear God, oh, it's so good. The haunted house set, by the way, incredible. Just
I
gonna throw
love
that
it.
out there. It's really
Scooby-Doo,
good.
Mock. Let's go.
Oh, dude, 100%. We should do that. Or you should do that. One of those two. Is it not gonna show up? Boy, it better. All right, there's
Guardian?
the Guardian Dragon. That's sweet. I really just want to look at the Fire Knight mech. Like, come on, man. This looks so good. Like, bro, come on. Look at the cape. The cape looks so good. The arms look fantastic.
The
The
box art is pretty incredible too.
dude, the legs are literally Cole's Titan mech legs, but they've just been tweaked. Like, I'm so on board with this. It's not even funny. I
No.
think I think aesthetically, I like the look of this color-wise more than I like Cole's. I think Cole's is still a phenomenal build, and I think if this is even half of what Cole's ended up being like, I'm in. Now, it's more expensive than Cole's because they give you the extra like base plate piece with the
Hmm.
creature coming up so you can pose it like fighting it. I don't even care about that. Like, like okay, like the little stand there is kind of cool, but like, dude, the cape of this thing is just
Hmm.
wicked.
No, it looks great.
I'm all for this. That take is fine. 100%. I'm with
All
you.
right. This will lead us into our last take of the new sets.
Correct.
Friends is a better theme in 2025 than Ninjago.
All right, Methuselah, get off your high horse. I get you're kind of tired of Ninjago,
So
but
I'll say this. I'm gonna spin it a little bit. That one's not better than the other. It's comparing apples to oranges. I will say
yes,
that Friends should be getting more love than it has been, and that's
correct.
coming from someone who does not buy Friend sets. And I joke
I
around
don't have
with our
any.
friend Shira all the time about the Friend sets, but at some points it's been better than City.
Hmm.
And are there some
Agreed.
sets in Friends that are better than Ninjago? Yes. Are there some sets in Ninjago better than Friends? Yes.
Yes.
Friends is a theme that should get more appreciation. Check out our episode that we'll have linked about Friends being a sleeper theme.
Hmm.
Shameless plug. But now, time to get into some of the hot takes not related to the new sets. So,
Correct.
JJ, start us off.
I'm going to start. This one's from Sean. It says, "Dreams and elves are two of the most revolutionary themes Lego has put out in years."
Yes to elves, no to dreams.
And you just keep giving everyone more proof as to why you hate dreams.
It's not the fact
Um,
of hating dreams. Dreams is just not, it doesn't seem like an original theme to me. Whereas elves, I think, have some of the best dragons in all of Lego.
so here's what I'll say to this. I disagree with the elves point.
Okay.
I think the elves sets were great.
Yes.
I don't think you can call elves revolutionary because it was such a failure commercially.
It was because it was a show, I think, on YouTube, and I feel like it kind of took away from the Friends theme,
Not
so
even
that's why they
that.
got
The
rid of it.
sets just didn't sell well. I think people care about them now because the medieval thing has really ramped up. People really want to get them now.
Hmm.
But I think at the time, nobody seems to care that they were there. They barely lasted a year. Like, I don't think you can call
They
it
got like
revolutionary.
2.5 waves, I think.
Yes. I think Dreams has fared better. I
Mm,
think my problem with Dreams in the long haul is how do I word this? I think the problem with Dreams is the fact that it feels very random.
it does. It's out of
Like, you know what I
place.
mean? Like perfect example, like Ninjago, Nexo Knights, things like that. You have different characters with different styles,
Hmm.
but all of the builds feel very cohesive. Like they all feel very much
Yeah,
stylized
yeah, I see what you
together.
mean.
They fit together. Dreams is just randomness.
I mean, there's some color schemes that are like one side versus the other, but that's about it.
But I mean, all of the main hero kid, I'm forgetting his name right now. I
Mateo.
apologize. Mateo, thank you. A lot of his stuff is like one color set. The Z Blob build are all like white and green. Looks really sharp. Zoe's stuff looks kind of fun. The evil bad guy is with the giant shark
Purple and
submarine
black.
thing, like the purple and black. They're cool, but they all feel like builds from different themes that have been thrown into the same theme. And I get that's kind of the point of
Dreams
Dreams.
is trying too hard.
It doesn't feel as cohesive as I would like it to in the end.
Hmm.
I love the creativity of the sets, do not get me wrong. I would not call these revolutionary themes because they didn't change. They didn't. For me, if a theme is revolutionary, it's got to like really shake things up.
Hmm.
I don't think either of those themes shook anything up. Besides the fact that people just didn't like, just either don't slash didn't like them and they didn't sell well. If
Hmm.
you, that's kind of how I look at those two themes. I think Dreams has fared way better. I think
Hmm.
Elves was a commercial bomb, but that's pretty much my take on that.
No, absolutely. So another take we got from Clunk
Hmm.
is juniorified parts like burps and lurps are not as bad as many people claim. I agree with this.
Agree with that.
I mean, if you use them right, if
They're
you're
very
using
useful for
them,
mock building.
absolutely. I mean, could you use them to build a mountainscape really quickly and then kind of take out all the fun out of building it? Yes, but at the same time, sometimes you're on a time crunch. I mean, heck, at Brick Universe, Ice
We used
Planet built their own giant
giant
burps.
lerps, and it
Loved
looked
it.
great.
It
It was
looked
cool.
great.
So I think if you use them right, yes.
Hmm.
If you use them, there's ways you can use them really well, but I think also sometimes you don't need them for the build you're doing.
Mm-mm.
But that's just how. But
All right.
I don't think that's how to take this next one.
We have one more from Methuselah and one more from Scott.
So Methuselah, I see what you're trying to do with disguising this one is making it look like I said it by putting gangster builds. Ninjago should not be canceled. Get out of here with that. Take that back somewhere else and put it
Well, then
somewhere.
I
I don't
guess
know,
we
but
have two more from Methuselah. Would you like to read the other one, or do you want to end on Methuselah's or Scott's?
what is the other one from Methuselah? Oh, let's end on that other one from Methuselah because I kind of do like that one a little selfishly, but
All right,
let's do the one
15.
from Scott.
All right, Scott, don't try to hide it by saying you're a grilled cheese fan. Here's the hot take.
Time
Scott
out.
should
Grilled
be,
cheese fan 69. Do not forget that number at the end.
I was trying to be appropriate.
I just say it's funny.
Scott should be a regular part of the show, especially eating in the background.
Can I say, of all the people that watched our Brick Universe on location May 4th buyer's guide, the one thing people talked about was, man, was it funny just watching Scott sit back there and eat a sandwich
I
while you
definitely
guys are
want to
recording.
do, I want to figure out ways to do more episodes in person with each other. Like, I love that we can get our backgrounds, but like just being
We've
there in
we've
person added a
we've
different
got a
element to it,
we've
which was
got a
fun.
couple cooking right now, so
Don't give too much away.
we're not gonna say, but we got a couple
Now,
more on
will we have
location
Scott sitting
ones.
in the background?
Probably not.
Maybe not so far in the background, maybe bring him a little
But
closer.
I will promise the viewers this. If he comes back sitting in the background, we will make sure he has a grilled cheese in hand to be eating. Even
That
though
w-
the French fries with said grilled cheese almost killed him, we will still have the grilled cheese sandwich to be there.
it might not be grilled cheese. It depends what food's available.
Maybe it'd be a tuna melt.
All right, and to top it off,
This is the last one from Methuselah, and buddy, we love you for this.
appreciate it.
The Brick Hour is genuinely a better channel than all of the biggest Lego channels. I will not agree with that
It's
because
hard to.
we are fun in our own special way.
We just hit 150 subscribers. I mean,
We're
we're not big. We're local.
we
I
we
mean,
we we
we've got some great
we
friends that
have
we've had come
fun.
on. We got more great friends coming on, but we're
I
nowhere near the best.
we're if you think we're the best, we love you for that, and you already
Appreciate
know
it.
we love you for that. But yeah,
That is our goal, though.
that is the goal.
That is the goal, and we're gonna do what we can to get there.
We are 100% going to do that.
But
This was very fun, though. I
yes, it
loved
was.
answering all these questions.
We really need to do more question episodes. I always have fun with these.
I mean we do our annual Q&A, so that'll be a thing that comes back in January. But I think do not be surprised if you see another submission form for more hot takes, because we might have to keep doing these kind of things because this is a fun one.
I like
Um,
interactive episodes.
Me too. So with all of these hot takes being presented out here, tell us in the comments, did you agree with any of these hot takes? Do you think our standpoint on our kind of thoughts on them was on point, or were we just totally wrong? Share
Mhm.
your thoughts below. We want to hear what you guys have to say. Um, we also want to thank all of you for watching. If you have
Absolutely.
not already, hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification bell as well so that you are notified when all new episodes go live. We got some really fun stuff coming up in the next few weeks. A couple of
Yeah.
interviews, that'll be fun. This month's time capsule is going to be a classic, so get ready for that one. Um, you can find us on Instagram at the Brick Hour Pod. You can find me on Instagram at Langster Builds. We will see everybody in the next episode. Have a great night. Happy building.